The truth about advanced work packaging. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about what work packaging or advanced work packaging is, and as a system, some of the things that you should be concerned about and that you should absolutely love. So in digging into this, I really just want you to have as much information as you can possibly get so you can implement the things that are pertinent to your project and nothing more. It's exciting because it brings to you added value, but also there are some warning signs. So if you're into that, stay with us on this video. Okay, so you may have heard about advanced work packaging. It is kind of the rave right now in addition to pre-construction planning, tact planning, and Scrum, right? Really neat ideas, but there are some warnings with this. And just like most other systems, whether you're talking about Last Planner or AWP, CPM is the main culprit, the main problem with both, okay? So if you choose to use advanced work packaging methods, definitely pair it with tact, just like you pair Last Planner with tact, okay? So let me talk to you about generally what advanced work packaging is. Okay, so it's primarily used for these large oil and gas projects. So what will happen is the project team, in order to have better predictability, we'll literally take the construction project, and for the simplicity of what I'm talking about right now, I'm just going to draw generic objects, but they will break out the project into work areas. These can be assemblies, large sections of pipe, but they will do it based on the path of construction, which is a concept that I really like. So they'll have work areas and a path of construction. Now here's my problem or my concerns right out of the gate. One of the problems that I have with this is if you identify your work areas as large batches, then you are going to waste time. So batching or large batching is going to waste time. Remember, when we are dealing with tact planning, we are able to take, let's say, a 2-zone scenario, and simply by, let's say, cutting the zone size in half, we are able to narrow how long that phase takes and gain time and bring that in. So if you select your work areas without the genius of tact planning and without doing a zoning analysis, you're wasting time. The path of construction is really nice. We should be doing that on any project anyway. So one of the things that I do like about advanced work packaging is it's asking us not just to think in zones, but to also think in systems and what is the path of construction and how does it apply to both. So this is really nice when it comes to what I call systems-based thinking, right? And I really enjoy this. So let me just anchor you real quick. Advanced work packaging isn't much different than when we prefabricate the overhead corridor racks or overhead MEP or in-wall MEP or anything in a commercial construction project. You have to literally model it out, right? Using building information modeling. You must prefabricate it, you must kit it, you must assemble it, and you must make sure that there's installation instructions, right? And that is done as work areas or segments according to the path of construction. So advanced work packaging really works well on these large oil and gas projects because a large oil and gas project is just a lot of MEP, right? But if you're going to bring it back into commercial, then you need to be aware of some of the things that I'm telling you right now. So when meaning the AWP specialists start to break these areas out, they will have an engineering work package, they will have a procurement work package, and a construction work package that all leads to us being able to have what's called an IWP, an installation work package. They will use building information modeling for this, and basically they're going to, if I can coin a phrase, IKEA-ize, or basically set up so well that you can assemble what you're installing like an IKEA, a piece of furniture. You know, like it comes with its own instructions, it's pre-assembled, it's ready to go. Okay, so I absolutely love the concept of the path of construction. We should do that anyway. I love the concept of doing the proper planning with engineering, procurement, and as an overall constructability set, and I love the idea of having an installation work package for every trade partner that would be lovely. If they had, the materials, the tools, the equipment, the personnel, the layout, the instructions, the permissions, everything that they need, making sure that we reduce what's called the tool time for the foreman is key, meaning they can be doing their work and they're not off on treasure hunts, they're not off finding information, they're not experiencing stops and restarts. But the problem that I see here is that in the advanced work packaging system, what they say is that you have what's called WorkFace Planners that will consider the area, consider the path of construction, take a look at the model and understand the engineering, procurement, and construction requirements, and they will create your installation work package and hand it to the foreman. Now, that's great in theory. There are some problems with this. Number one, where are you going to find these people that are subject matter experts? Those large oil and gas facilities can go pay $250,000, $160,000, $250,000 to pay for these WorkFace planners, and they have the money to do so. They have the time in advance as well, and they have the money to do this kind of planning. So I have some question marks here. The other thing that I have a problem with is that if somebody else is preparing the installation work package for the foreman in an oil and gas situation or MEP situation, that makes sense because you're literally putting up pipe or pre-kitting assemblies or pods or modular construction or large prefabricated sections. But when you're doing it in commercial construction, this foreman has got to play a part in this planning, and I don't like the fact that WorkFace planners are doing all of the installation work packages. So that's not a favorite thing for me. That ends up being the same command and control nightmare from CPM, just warmed up in an advanced work packaging microwave. So we don't want to do that. We definitely want the foreman and field engineers and superintendents to be creating the installation work package and preparing the work with the foreman. And then the last thing that I have a real big problem with is that most people think that advanced work packaging is simply breaking down in your work breakdown structure the design, the procurement, fabrication, delivery, and installation and inspection all in their own work breakdown structure categories, summarizing those into blocks, and then looking at your CPM schedule in a more summarized way to where we align the supply chains. Just so you know, I love aligning the supply chains, but what I do not like is the CPM aspect of it. If you put your advanced work packaging efforts into a CPM database, it will be a two-dimensional schedule, not a production plan. You will not align the supply chains because your schedule will be moving back and forth, and you will increase work in progress above the capacity of resources. So I definitely don't like that, and I don't like the misconception that people think, oh, advanced work packaging is just a way to go do CPM in a more detailed manner. Well, hey, good luck if you want to do that, but CPM still brings in all of its basic problems that it has inherently as a system. And so if you really look at what the intent was behind advanced work packaging, it is literally breaking up the work into work areas and then work packages, then identifying the priority based on a path of construction, utilizing building information modeling, utilizing advanced planning methods, which I absolutely love, having WorkFace planners prepare the work for the foreman, which we need to adjust there, and really making sure that we have not only aligned the supply chains, but we have a good production flow on the project site, and that we're controlling, or my preferred word would be aligning work in progress to the capacity of resources. So it is a sin to lock ourselves into a baseline with CPM. It is a sin to increase work in progress above the capacity of resources. It is a sin to rush, push, and panic, and it is a sin, according to the last planner system, to command and control foreman, and it is a sin in lean thinking to disconnect the actual planning and decision making from the people boots on the ground. And it is a sin, according to production theory, to identify large work areas without using the TACT calculator to find the right zoning strategy. So these are some things that you really need to look out for. So if somebody says, hey, let's go ahead and use advanced work packaging, that's great. Here are some things that you can actually implement with some success. First and foremost, absolutely identify a path of construction. Absolutely implement BIM. Absolutely prepare the work packages. Absolutely make sure that the foremen are preparing their installation work packages. And absolutely align it with TACT. And if you do those things, you will be better prepared for work in the field and you'll have a beautiful experience. But watch out for these key problems here and make it work for your project the right way. I am going to link you to a blog post about this and a quick graphic for you to show you the things that you should watch out for with AWP. I hope you have enjoyed this video. On we go.